Hey, Kingdom family. I am talking to you live from the Firebase in San Francisco. We are in day 5 of 7 of an entire week of 24/7 worship and prayer and 24/7 proclamation of the gospel, demonstrations and proclamations of the gospel going on all over the city. I wanted to sit down and just share with you that we have a special outreach. It's actually the final outreach for Love San Francisco. It's called the King's Banquet. And the King's Banquet is this incredible walking out of Luke chapter 14, where Jesus tells this parable of a great king who has a wedding feast, and he sends out messengers to invite all these people to come to the wedding feast. And of course, the wedding feast he's talking about is the wedding feast of his son Jesus that's going to happen at the end of the age. And so it's this invitation from God to respond to his love letter, to his invitation on the cross, to come back home, to come and be wed to his son forever. And the messengers run into a lot of people, much like we have here in San Francisco, who are too busy for God, who have better things going on. And so the messengers come back to the king, and the king says, since they haven't responded, go out there and find the crippled, the lost, the blind, the broken. Go into the highways and the byways. Wherever you find people who the world has thrown away, invite them, because they're not going to be too busy for my wedding feast. And so the messengers go out, and the wedding feast is filled with basically the throwaways of our world. There's something interesting about the throwaways, the people that the world has kind of marginalized, the people who are living on the streets in our culture. San Francisco has a massive homeless population, a lot of projects, subsidized housing in the city. There's great wealth, there's also great poverty in this city because of the climate and other factors. And so it's a perfect place to walk out this parable. And so this Saturday from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m., 8 a.m. registration, 10 p.m. kind of closing, releasing everybody. We're going to be doing a one-day missions trip to San Francisco. So if you haven't signed up for the King's Banquet, I want to encourage you to do that. This is about a people group that Jesus says in Matthew 25, what you do to this people group, how you love them, how you feed them, how you provide for them, you're literally doing it to me. And in the context of Matthew 25, he's talking about the throne judgment, how he's going to divide people on the basis of whether they cared for the least of these or they ignored the least of these. And he says, how you treat them is how you treat me. So this is something Jesus is taking very personally. And so we want to encourage you, if you've never reached out and felt and experienced God's heart for this unreached people group, the least of these in the city, this is a great place for you to do that. We're going to be doing a 3-course white linen dinner. In the morning, we'll be doing a training and equipping you for this. In the afternoon, we'll be sending people out literally just like Luke 14 with invitations to this banquet feast in the evening. And then in the evening, we'll be taking our places in this beautiful banquet hall at the Whitcomb Hotel. There'll be details in the notes underneath this video about where to go and how to sign up. In fact, I'm going to tell you how to sign up in a minute. And then at 4 o'clock, the doors will open and we'll take our places, and all of God's special guests will come in for a night of worship, testimonies, and we're actually going to not only share the gospel, but get down on our hands and knees and demonstrate it by washing the feet, literally walking out John chapter 13, where Jesus washed the feet of his followers and said, do this and you'll be blessed. So we believe that as we get down and wash the feet of the least of these, our hearts are going to be changed. Their hearts are going to be changed. God's heart is going to be delighted. People's eternal destinies are going to be changed. So we're inviting you to come on down and be part of that. If you're already signed up, awesome. You don't have to do anything. If you haven't signed up, we'd like you to go to www.lovesf247.com/KB. If you go to lovesf247.com, which is our main website, there's a button for the King's Banquet. Just register there, okay? And bring a friend. Here's the other thing. If you can't come, if for some reason you can't come, I just want to challenge you with this though, before you decide whether you can come. Read Matthew 25 and then pray about coming and being part of the King's Banquet. If you can't come on site, if you're in different parts of the country, We appreciate your prayers, but we're asking that you would put some skin in the game too. Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart is. So would you invest financially in this outreach? Again, lovesf247.com. Click on the give button. We have about right now a $50,000 need. It's impossible unless God's people actually respond. Take a minute right now and just pray and say, Lord, how would you have me give so that the least of these can receive this lavish demonstration of your love? We just want to thank you guys for sticking with us, sticking with this whole story. And we're excited to let you know what Jesus does at the King's Banquet. Come and be part of it, so financially into it. Let's release the kingdom of God and demonstrate there is a God in heaven who cares for the ones that the world has thrown away.